Hi, Scott Machine Gun Dad. Welcome back to another episode of I Have This Gun on the Wall. This would be my second Tech 9 iteration. This one is a Democrat because it's assault weapons ban proof. As you can tell, this is not any dead. This is way less deadlier because there are no threads on the barrel. That's the only difference between this and the other version of the Tech 9 I have, the DC9. Does not having threads on the barrel make it less deadly? F no. That's just some non-gun person trying to take your rights from you. Leaving the politics aside, believe it or not, this was the best running of the three tech-style weapons we had today. I actually kind of enjoyed it because it hit where I aimed it. Now, if I could just find a source for reliable magazines. But let's go outside and you can see it run. I moved in closer. As you can see right here, it's Intratec Miami, Florida 9mm Luger, model AB-10. Serial number is here. I'm going to pan a little to the right, and you have your manual warning and your Intratec symbol. That's all the markings that are on this gun. On the other side is just the Intratec symbol on the grip. Let's move back out. Empty? Yep. Alright, Nick just took the AB-10 for a ride. I'm using the same aftermarket mag that I used in the other Tech gun. Nice flinch. This one runs better. Well, we went out and shot the AB-10. It probably ran the best. What you think?
Overall?
You never shot anything like these three guns before today, right?
No, not even close. But overall, the sights are there. It's a bent piece of metal, so that made it a bit difficult for sighting in and shooting, but overall it actually ran pretty well.
Since this is probably be the first video that we post of the Tech series that Nick's been in, what do you think about the ergonomics of this style of semi-automatic pistol?
It's very odd because most of the handguns I've fired they got the magazine in the actual grip instead of having it up towards the front end. So I first started firing it like a normal handgun, and then I started doing this, and then I can't really find a comfortable spot to shoot it from, plus it's hefty.
Well, let me ask you this. One of the things I'm looking into, other than converting it into a machine gun, is one's going to become a machine gun. I have two of these types of pistols, and the other one's become a short-barreled rifle. Basically, I'm going to put a stock on it. Do you think putting a stock on it would make it that you could have a third point of contact? In other words, it would sit in your shoulder, more manageable?
Definitely more manageable and a lot easier to figure out how I'm supposed to hold it, because half my brain is telling me magazine well.
You would go magazine well here and then have the stock to hold on to.
Yeah, because
instead of trying to stretch, because when you stretch your hands out like this, you have this arm completely extended and this arm is bent. It is not comfortable. I find shooting it, if you're used to it, shooting it almost like a giant handgun is easier for me than doing this. Although, one of the problems you're going to find with these guns, and we're going to talk about this in the DC9 and the AP9, two things are the problems with these guns running, other than not cleaning them. You have to they have heavy recoil springs in them. You have to give them something to recoil against, which means you usually have to lock your arms out. Well, if you got one straight and you can't lock out the support hand, you're automatically defeating the point of locking your arms out. So invariably you end up shooting it like this. And the other thing is magazines, magazines, magazines. We had 2 magazines at work today. The guy from Brimstone Arms gave me 2 10-rounders that worked. I don't do 10-rounders, so I gave them back to him. I have 6 other Tech 9 magazines that I bought that won't even lock in the guns. They're so poorly made, they won't even lock in the guns. So I would say one of the biggest failures for this gun is the magazine. That being said, I want to thank everybody for coming back to see I have this gun on the wall, and we got a lot more stuff coming, so come see us again.